And let's go on to their first round selection. I know we talked about Boston Bateman quite a while. It's Kash Mayfield. It's straight cash, homie. I'm probably not the type of person you want to hear saying that on a thing, but yeah, it is a
Yeah,
really
you
good
are.
fastball shape. Is really good. Changeup is going to be the ultimate thing. Or what is the third pitch? Does he develop a splitter? Does he develop a cutter that allows it to function as that? But it's ultimately a really, really good look for a team that does a really good job with prep pitchers, especially this young. Like they turned Robbie Snelling into something, and then they pumped and dumped him to the Marlins. They've done this. They've done this sort of thing time and time again, and I think Cash Mayfield is the next in a long line of being able to do that. He releases the ball from a really good angle. It's a projectable lefty, which teams love to draft. Although the track record for them is a little bit spotted. I mean, the one of the better projectable lefties that the Padres drafted him years ago in Mackenzie Gore, he's now performing well for another team because they made that trade for the Juan Soto. I'm saying the a lot today, but Cash Mayfield, I think that there is an interesting fantasy angle for him, and I'll let you talk about him.
The key with him is going to be, as you said, how do we develop that third pitch? What is the third pitch? What does it look like? And it's not like we're starting with less than tools, because really Mayfield is kind of sick. Honestly, he added velocity in his senior season. It's a mid 90s fastball, a tough look, really funky, kind of deceptive delivery. Uh, Loud stuff, easy operation. There's a sky high ceiling. We talk about it a lot. Sistine Chapel level ceiling for Cash Mayfield. In terms of FYPDs as well, Mayfield, I've got him as my number 3 prep arm, and that's tough because there's so many of these very risky demographic that we like this season. Obviously, we could talk about Cam Caminiti, we could talk about Ryan Sloan, uh, Levi Sterling. I think is very great, and I'm a bit of a Trey Gregory Alford fan, but Mayfield just has so many different things that could portend to major league success, and that's going to be fantasy success as well. Uh, I'm very excited to see what he does going forward. 2025 is going to be interesting, and if everything pays off, Reese, may I make the joke? Can I make the joke, Reese?
Go ahead.
If everything pays off, cash could be money, baby.
Yeah, and he's someone who it's an interesting. He comes from Oklahoma, which has become a kind of a pitching area out of nowhere, right? Like the baseball in Oklahoma is incredibly strong. We have Ethan Holiday, who's not a pitcher by any means. Jackson Holiday comes from there. Jackson Jobe comes from there. Owen Hall. We've talked about a bunch of prepsters from Oklahoma, so that makes me think that there is something going on in Oklahoma. Maybe people moving there, and all of a sudden, there's a bunch of facilities. I know the Tigers sent a lot of guys. Owen Hall, Jackson Jobe, all worked out together, and Cash Mayfield might as well have worked out there too, for all I know. It is an interesting area that Oklahoma State is also doing a really good job at the college ranks, although their pitchers don't tend to throw enough strikes for my liking. But yeah, it's ultimately we're not past the Oklahoma baseball podcast or show. We're past the show
Yeah,
here.